So I will never be doing that again, I promise you, but I'll make sure you get this video. Today I really want to take the time to discuss how to choose a repair station. And obviously there's a lot of prerequisites of when you choose when you decide to choose a repair station, like their certifications or their capability list, or did you meet them at a convention and it looked good. But there's a lot of other things that come into play. One being over-promising and under-delivering, and I'll get into that here in a minute, but I want to draw your attention to our neverforgetyourwings.com. Make sure you check that website out, because we bring you the top tips, tricks, and trends that impact your aircraft part, material, and maintenance life. It's a great resource. And also, if you're feeling a little savvy, and I'm going to move this, obviously this was supposed to be live, so I'm going to be doing live gestures. If you feeling savvy, if you want to increase your mind, body, and career, and really grow as a person in business and in life, head on over to my personal website, nateengland.com, where I will help you achieve that. I know I'm always working on it myself as well. So really today is really about being live. I wish I could really comment in real time with you. I know there was people waiting, and I feel awfully bad about that. But let's dig into the details. There's plenty of resources you can use to find the MRO. You have One Arrow, you have ILS, you have PartSpace, you have all of these listing databases of people who potentially have capabilities for repair for items that you need repaired. But there's 6 critical areas that I would like you to explore on your next repair. Maybe you're dealing with a current MRO repair station, or maybe it's a new one. I want you to go through these 6 things and really grade them on these criteria. And if they get the check mark, then use them, then it's great. So let's jump right into it. The first one is, are they open and honest? I know that's almost scary in a lot of industries, and in this one is everybody wants to keep things secret, and most of everything is well known. But are they open and honest? When you talk to them, do they give you lead times? Not only lead times, average lead times, but do they say, hey, we see an average of 7 days, but we've seen some go 14, 30 days if they're a bad unit. Being open and honest, hey, your unit came in really damaged. It's probably not going to be the 7, it's going to be the 30 days. Would you like us to continue with this repair or not? Just plain simple things about being open and honest, not trying to hide, not trying to be sly, not trying to be secretive, but being open and honest. That's really a big one, and it's very hard to come by, but there are some awesome ones that are open and honest. The second one is, are they flexible? Just as open and honest is almost scarce, so is flexibility. People need to go to yoga, or people need to stretch a little bit more, because people are becoming awfully inflexible. Let's say your unit becomes BER. They send you a work order. Oh, here's your unit's BER. I know that's their business, but do they give you options? Do they have any options? Can they refer you to good options? They know that a BER unit is usually, especially if it's an airline, MRO, leaser, or military, it's a problem. They need a replacement, or they need something. So do they offer you a replacement? And that kind of goes back to even the open and are they open and honest? Is your unit actually BER, and are they trying to give you a replacement as an option, stating yours is BER because they want to make more money? That goes back to open and honesty. It's about the long-term game, not the short-term profitability game. So making sure that they give you options. Are they flexible in giving you options? Are they flexible in helping you resolve those problems? And are they helpful? Do they give you ideas? Do they give you resources? Do they give you tips? Do they give you advice on how to maintain this product or this material? That becomes really important. So are they flexible? Do they go to yoga class? Do they stretch? They need to be flexible. The third one is, are they transparent in their pricing? And actually, that is are their turnaround times accurate? And this one is obviously on everybody's mind when they're deciding to send to a repair station. And it's one of the biggest problems we see and we hear about is long TATs. So are their TATs accurate? Now, if they quote you 7 days and their average is 14 days, that's kind of like the bait and switch. They're saying 7, they're getting you hooked on the 7, but they know it's going to be 14. So are their TATs accurate? There's nothing more to explore there, and there are issues that pop up where a 7-day unit turns into a 21-day unit, but are they always wrong in their TATs, turnaround times? Just keep a really big eye on that. And when exploring a new repair station, you're not going to necessarily know that, but keep a log of that, and that becomes pretty critical. And is their pricing transparent? Everybody is so, just like with flexibilities, they don't want to be transparent, and we notice this on the freight side as they hide all of these fees. But are they transparent in their pricing? If you've ever gotten a work order and you see that total cost, and you see about 50 piece parts with no pricing, they're hiding the piece part price, obviously, and for various reasons. We've come to it where that piece part, we asked for them to then break down that piece part, whereas $1,000 piece part is they're charging $3,000. So knowing that piece part price components by a component level is pretty important. So if you are dealing with a repair station and say, hey, do you break down your piece parts by pricing? And if they say no, be suspicious in the sense that they don't want to be transparent, they're not being open and honest, and they're not being flexible in what they're providing you from a piece part standpoint. So then the next step is, do they have superb customer service? So number 5 is, do they have superb customer service? If you call them, it's probably not right, but it's a saying that I say is, oftentimes when dealing with repair stations and MROs, you're dealing with, on the sales side, you're dealing with mechanics. Mechanics should not have a salesperson's job, and salespeople should not have a mechanic's job. It's just not the way it works. They're not skilled. They don't have the experience in it. So really kind of staying in their lanes is really important. And oftentimes when dealing with repair stations, you're dealing with a maintenance professional, but they lack customer service and sales experience. So when you are dealing with that repair station, when you're choosing to decide with somebody, do they have awesome customer service? You'll know that by how they pick up the phone. Are they energetic? Are they friendly? Do they joke? Do they have energy? Do they provide solutions? And you'll immediately know if you're dealing with somebody that has a superb customer service, that wow experience, as we like to say. So that's pretty solid when dealing with a repair station. And the last and final one is, do they help you reduce your cost and help you find contingencies? So I mentioned that in being flexible, but do they help you reduce your cost? So do they not only jack up your piece part prices, but do they help you find additional piece parts to reduce your cost? So if they are charging $3,000, but do they have a $1,500 option where they could have provided you with that part instead and saved you $1,500 and not being calling it BER? So really, do they really help you reduce your cost? Do they help you streamline your freight? If you have 10 repairs, do they help you organize that to reduce your freight cost? Do they ship it back to you consolidated to reduce your freight cost? Do they negotiate labor rates for bulk repairs? Do they reduce your piece parts by consolidating, by negotiating with their own supply chain team? And hopefully their supply chain is superb. So really the ultimate goal of the repairs is reducing TATs and reducing your cost. So how do they help you achieve that? If it's just a supplier or a vendor that you're sending just to repair your part and they have no value outside of the work they do, and it could be really good work, you want to continue to explore your options. So outside of the listing databases, outside of the mandatory prerequisites of they need a capability list, they need the tools, they need the staff, they need the maintenance professionals, they need the certifications, these 6 tips will really help you decide on the right repair station and or repair management partner to take over and to oversee certain repairs for you. So take this into your next week. Maybe it's some critical tools that you can start using. And if you have any questions, drop a comment wherever. It could be YouTube, it could be on a blog post, it could be in an email, wherever you want to comment. We would love to hear from you. And again, make sure you go back to neverforgetyourwings.com, because we bring you the best tips, tricks, and trends that will impact your aircraft maintenance and material life. And it was awesome. I wish I could have been here live with you, but hopefully this will do, and I'll get it right next week. Be your wings. Take care.